Hello, good evening. Welcome to another edition of my 5D Secret Garden, where nothing can remain secret here. Nothing, I tell you. It's one big, expose we got going on over here. So, but things are growing, we're moving, so as long as you are your own biggest fan, you will never ever be disappointed. Okay, and I know that sounds kind of weird to be like, oh, well, Ted, listen, if you could watch your videos and you could be like in awe of yourself, you don't need anything else. It doesn't matter what anybody else sees or watches, because you already believe, you know what you are. You know that you're a star. I look at myself and I say, wow, that guy's a star. Why do I do that? Because why wouldn't I talk like that? Why wouldn't I tell myself this? You know what I mean? Why not? So that's what we've been so conditioned to be, like, scared to talk like that. Makes you sound crazy. But at the end of the day, I've been called crazy for a lot more crazier things that were lies too. So I don't give two shits what some jerk off says about me. Okay? So they could go stick it, brother. They could stick that in their pipe and smoke it, bro. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we're working with. So, Justice right off the bat, brother. We have number 11, Justice. That is good. So, Justice is coming. People are going to be seeing you. They're going to say, wow, I seen DF, man. They look good. Wow, you see they were able to do this stuff. But I thought you said that they were, something was wrong with them. They were crazy. I thought you said that, like, they can't take care of themselves or blah, blah, blah. That is where the justice is coming from, brother. People are seeing you. You just came back from out of nowhere. That's where people are like, you return to the world again. Okay, you are back. And everybody sees you. And everybody is in awe of you. Justice. That is your justice. Because you don't want to be like one of these people, 8 of Cups, a disappointment. You don't want to end up a disappointment like these people that are getting, justice we have to get for. So there's one big disappointment they were. So we got Justice here. Death couldn't be better. So that means Justice is here to bring an ending to something. Okay, so we anticipate we have a 2 of Swords under the deck. So there will be difficult decisions here. People will be, avoiding stuff. There's a deadlock here, perhaps. Perhaps somebody's looking at it like, what do we do? What do we do? There's going to be half that want to, they don't want to do this no more. Okay, people get to the point they don't want to do this. So if you look at it and you're like, if you don't want to live like this no more. So that is why the best thing to ever do when you're in a situation like this is just not give up, just whatever. Just take accountability and walk and say, yeah, I did it. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what I would want. I would respect people so much more. DF would respect people so much more if they would do that. But we do have Justice and Death, first 2 cards. So something is being brought to an end, and it's justice, and it's very justice. There's a lot of justice going on, like Sid Justice or Judge, or what's that, Justice? I forget what it is. Forget it. Let me just get back to what I was doing. So this is all going to be a 3 of Cups. Big celebration after this justice puts an end to something. So once this justice comes, there'll be all of us sitting there dancing. We'll be like putting our little, or what's some things called, those chafe, whatever them things are, the chalice. Yeah, we're holding our chalices and woo, having a good old time. So yeah, that's what's going to happen, because you are getting your Ace of Cups. Okay, somebody is coming to bring you an Ace of Cups. You are a 9 of Cups. Remember that. You are a wish come true. Now you're going to have a 10 of Cups because the Ace of Cups is here for you. So, and that could be the justice. That could be, what brings this ending. Because realistically, once you get that, nobody can, what can anybody say after that? What are they going to do? How are you going to stop you? How can they stop you? Tell me. Because 3 of Swords reversed, because most people now want to release the pain. They want to, they want forgiveness. 3 of Swords reversed. They don't want to, they want to move on from this nonsense. So, that's basically Death, Justice, endings. People do not want to, this is over now. Pay whatever karma you got to pay for this. Do what you got to do. Move on. And hopefully you heal. And then we have a 3 of Cups here. So when you heal, come to the party. But until then, release yourself, because we got Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, because you can see clearly and I can see clearly what is going on here, okay? And if you want to stay in where you're at, then you're only hurting yourself, okay? You're only hurting yourself, keeping yourself somewhere knowingly in a negative atmosphere. That is just, you're hurting yourself. You're only going to become this, okay? So if you want to go down with these people, be my guest. Like fucking Sebastian, be my guest. Or is that, no, was that, yeah, I forget. No, that was the guy in Beauty and the Beast. Be my guest, be my guest. He was like the whatever, the torch or something. I forget what the fuck that thing's called. Okay, you know why, brother? Because we had the strength to figure this out. That is why the situation is calling for a celebration. Okay, because nobody in their right mind would have, unless you were a high priestess, would have been able to figure this out. Okay, this you would have never been able to get the justice, and you would have never been able to put an end to this, and you know, people wouldn't be moving on if you didn't have the strength for this. Okay, because you showed everyone that, you know, crime don't pay. Okay, crime don't pay. So you have to know that when you do something wrong, there's going to be something, karma is going to come. You know what I mean? I don't even have to do, the people, we were to the point where we don't even have to do nothing. It's like, it's just the laws of the universe. You think they're like, you don't believe them? Don't believe them, but they're real. They're very, very real. So that's why there's justice here, and there's an end. And there's a beginning with the age of Aquarius. There's a beginning with Uranus and Gemini. That's going to be huge, because I looked on my thing. I have Uranus is opposite on my birth chart, is opposite Venus, and I have Venus in Gemini, so that would mean that right now it's and then Uranus is in Gemini, so that would mean that I would have the power of Uranus and Venus in the same thing. So that should be helpful. That could be very helpful for my love life, okay? Because even though I like being a hermit, it's still sometimes you want to have somebody else to be a hermit with. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's two hermits are better than one. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, but you got the strength. Trust me, and you're going to be just fine. Because justice is here, and so are the endings, and now the new beginnings, and people are moving on. So this is a good read. Oh man. So we got 8 of Cups reverse. So there could be trying one more time. This could be what leads to you getting justice. This said it before, the devil might be trying one more time. There still is a fear of change. People don't want to give up what they, you know, what they got going on. So they're going to try to hold on. It's like basically holding on to sand, going through your hands. It's basically all they're doing. Just delaying the inevitable instead of just walking away. Because, Bush, if you understood, life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% about how you respond to it. So if something like you lose all your money and you're just like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You are going to be fine. It's not even going to turn into a big situation. It's like you'll get it all back anyway. You plus some. It's all a test. So you're holding on and trying one more time. It's a bad decision, okay? And that's why the Hangman here. You got to take a time. You got to pause. You got to surrender, and you got to think about it if it's going to be worth doing it one more time. Because this High Priestess is not going to be taken down. They're too strong with the strength. You know what I mean? We're here to celebrate. We're not here to fight no more. So get it together, because justice is here, and so are endings and new beginnings. And, you know, trying one more time is only going to, you know, have you moving on anyway. So it really don't make a difference. You're going to be moving on one way or another. So it is what it is. So Hangman, pause, surrender, brother, because stop keeping things at a standstill. Get out of the way. All right? Stop being a blockage. That's all you are. You're like a constipation. You're like constipating. You get out of here. You know what I mean? Let it go. Why are you staying in here for? It's like you're not welcome no more. Okay? Especially you King of Pentacles in reverse. You especially are not welcome here anymore. All right? I know exactly who you are. You're just a fake, a fraud, a phony, a fan. You know, you're like a Tybo ho, bro. So the fact of the matter is that there's nothing here for you, okay? This is a fake person. This is somebody who is manipulative, greedy, indulgent, tries to come off like they're like the perfect spouse, perfect husband, perfect wife. Just somebody who is not a good person, that will smile, and then when they turn their back, it's like that devil face comes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this person will have that angel smile, and then as soon as they turn around, you can see that they're the devil. That is this person right here, this King of fucking Pentacles. But don't worry, because that King of Pentacles in reverse is in a Five of Cups. They are regretting what they did, okay? Because they know they're caught, and they know people are seeing through them, okay? Because we had too much strength. There was too much strength. This person could not bring us down, this King of Pentacles in reverse. We were too strong for them, and now they're, you know, getting put, their back is against the wall, all right? They're thinking about trying one more time, but the fact of the matter is if they do, there's justice coming anyway, and there's going to be an end anyway, and a new beginning for you that becomes a celebration, okay? So that's the way I look at it, and this King of Pentacles is in much regret, okay? Five of Cups. So we'll do one more, and then we'll do the other ones. So, Six of Swords would be, you know, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving on. This will confirm this Three of Swords in reverse with the moving on. So, whatever's going on here, this person, this King of Pentacles in reverse, will be moving on from this situation. So, this will be cleared, this blockage, this King of Pentacles in reverse. This will no longer be, their services will no longer be needed, okay? So, we're going to remove this blockage because justice is going to do that for us. So then that'll put an end to ever having to deal with them. And then, High Priestess, we will get our Emperor. And we will be fine and we'll love life. Or we'll get another High Priestess, a Twin Ray. You'll get something, all right? Don't worry about it. You're going to get something good. It's all about the energy, brother. We got something good for you. So let's get some astrological cards because, you know, you never know. You never know what you can learn. I'm actually going to read this book. I'm going to try to really sit down and do it. So we got a Virgo. This, you know, King of Pentacles energy in reverse could be a Virgo. Perhaps you're a Virgo. Perhaps this could be happening in Virgo season. That's the next one. So, you know, this justice could be coming very shortly. I mean, a lot of it could be Leo, could be Virgo, but it's coming. You know what I mean? It may be done by the end of the summer. A lot of these will be completed, okay? And you know why I know that? Because I just looked at behind the deck and there's High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. All right, so I know everything is going to work out by the end of the summer for all of us. That shift will be completed. You just got to believe it is, okay? The High Priestess is here to tell you that. So just understand that whatever illusions, the moon, they were created, they're all ended. Whatever they said about you is over, okay? It's all coming out. It's all coming out in the wash. This Virgo could be seen for what they are. Okay, we got Jupiter here. That is, you know, the planet of abundance, the planet of luck. This is, you know, this is where, you know, you get a lot of your, what's it called, in your birth chart. This is like a big deal, Jupiter. It doesn't get as much credit as it really should, okay? You could be an air sign. Maybe Jupiter's in an air sign. Virgo's an earth sign, okay? And we got Cancer. So this will definitely be, you know, me, so because I am a Cancer North Node, so yeah, we definitely believe that this person has a lot of strength, this High Priestess. I'm telling you, this Cancer is something else, brother. And maybe I think Jupiter might be in Cancer too, so there could be a lot of luck going for this Cancer here. I believe a lot of good things maybe happen for this Cancer during Virgo season. I really do see that happening, okay? Because remember, we are a High Priestess, okay? So Venus under the deck, you know, so we're gonna have a supercharged love life with Venus and then Uranus both being in Gemini for us. That would be very huge transit for us because it was been in opposition the whole time. That's where it was. Okay, so Libra. All right, so then we have a Libra here also. I have a lot of Libra in my chart, or you could be dealing, we had seen air, so, or this could happen in Libra. After Libra's the next one. So anything could happen from now, from Virgo to Libra, Leo, anything can happen in those next 3 months, okay? There will be a celebration in these next 3 months, 100%. This King of Pentacles reverse will be exposed for who they are. There will be justice here, okay? By the end of the summer, I guarantee justice will come to bring the end to all this, and then you'll have your little celebration, your Three of Cups, because of just how holding on and how strong you are, and just being the best High Priestess you can be. So let's do our little fortune cookie here. And we'll call it a read. You know, you get them around 15 minutes, it's good. You could get a lot more done. Instead of talking, doing 50 million ones. A forgotten promise will be fulfilled. Be patient. So if somebody promised you something and you thought they forgot, they didn't forget, okay? They did not forget. They did not forget you. The cards don't lie, brother, and that is the truth. So have a great day.